This is a very fast video to review exponents, just in case you need that review. This is an expression 9 to the 4th power. The 9 is called the base of the problem. The base is the number that gets used as a factor over and over again. The 4 is called the exponent, and that's the number that tells us how many times to use the 9 as a factor in the multiplication problem. The whole expression, 9 to the 4th power, is called a power. So these three vocab words are very important. The base is what gets used over and over in the multiplication problem. The exponent tells us how many times to multiply the base by itself, and the power is the entire expression. To evaluate the expression 9 to the 4th power, we would take 9 times itself 4 times, and that's equal to 8,019. I have two expressions here that 7th graders tend to get confused with, and it all deals with the parentheses. So these two problems may look very, very similar, but they are solved in very different ways. In the first problem, the 2, the exponent, is touching the 5. So the 5 is being used as a base. When we do this problem, to evaluate it, we simply do 5 times 5. However, the fact that there's a negative sign here tells us that after we square the 5, we have to make our answer negative. So to write this problem out, we do 5 times 5, and we make our answer negative. 5 times 5 is 25. So our final answer for the first expression is negative 25. Now the second expression looks different because of the parentheses. This time the 2 is touching the parentheses, and that means that everything inside those parentheses becomes our base. So when we expand this problem, it's written as negative 5 times negative 5. Big difference in how we write those two problems. This problem said 5, square it, make it negative. This one says the base is negative 5, so negative 5 times negative 5. When we do that multiplication, remember 5 times 5 is 25, and a negative times a negative is a positive. Both of those result in different answers because they are solved in different ways. Our final problem, set of problems for this video, deal with how to take an expanded problem and write it in exponent form. So this problem is 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. The base is what repeats over and over again. So the base is 8, and we are multiplying it by itself 5 times. So this expression would be written as 8 to the 5th power. The next expression is negative 8 times negative 8 times negative 8 times negative 8 times negative 8. This time our base is negative. And if you remember from the previous screen, when the base is negative, that means that the exponent is touching the parentheses. So we need parentheses in this problem, and the exponent goes outside of them. Whoops, that should be not a 2 there, that should be a 5. So the 5 touches the parentheses, which means that everything inside the parentheses becomes the base. Those two problems are the same. Finally, we have the problem 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 times 8, and after we solve that, we make our answer negative. So that means that we are doing 8 to the 5th power, and after we're finished, we make our answer negative. These are 3 of the trickiest problems that we can look at in math at this level because they're easy to confuse. So I really want you to spend some time looking at this video. Make sure you understand the difference between a negative base and a positive base, and when to use parentheses, when to not use parentheses.